Yeah, absolutely. Bobby, I'll intro this next one because this is going to be one for you to talk about. Number 2 is a little thing we're going to call the good attitude bonus, but you're going to have to explain to us what that means.
Yeah. Okay. So it's actually good attitude pay. Good attitude pay.
Oh,
and
sorry.
You get a bonus. No, you got a bonus. So when I was out in the Maritimes, I heard this story. Ron Starr had worked with Piper. He worked with them over in Portland. And Don Owens was a promoter, so, this is a secondhand story. But, man, it went so far for my very first territory that it sunk in. And I still use it today on where I'm going to go with it. But the good attitude pay was basically, I guess, Don Owens, the promoter out there in Portland, he'd tell the 2 guys to shoot. And they get like $25, the winner. And he always thought the first match was a shoot. And of course the boys ended up working. I don't know, it was like $30 and they split it 15 each or whatever, but they'd make it look so legit like they were shooting. But the other thing he gave out was good attitude pay. And the boys would be in the locker room, some of them smoking cigarettes, some of them were doing Hindu squats or whatever the fuck they're doing, jacking off, whatever. But there'd be a card game going on, as there's many times on the road. You hurry up and wait, so you're there. But Piper would always be at the card table, and it'd be 4 or 5 guys playing cards. But every time the promoter walked by, right as like Piper had this instinct, Ron said, that he would jump down and start doing push-ups. And so the promoter would look in there and see these fucking guys, some of them over smoking, some of them over fucking, just getting dressed, whatever. Some of them were playing cards. And there's Piper. And he's like, 9, 10, he's pumping out some fucking push-ups. And as soon as he walks out the doorway, of course, he jumps right back up and starts, playing cards. And the word was he would do it because Don Owens would always come. I think they did it on, that town may have been like a Monday town or whatever. But he would pull him to the side and say, hey, kid, here. And he'd give Piper like 10 or 15 or 25. He goes, that's good attitude pay. Don't tell any of the other boys now. He said, I saw you in there working out. I know you're going to be something in this business. That's good attitude pay. So that's where I got the good attitude pay from, was from that story. And Ron Starr used to, he'd tell it every 2 or 3 weeks while I was up there. And it's like, boys, because myself and my partner at the time, we were doing Hindu squats and push-ups and this thing. And he's like, you boys are trying for a good attitude pay. There's no fucking good attitude pay here. Just get out there and do your jobs, But what we did, what the boys did, me, Goldie Rogers, Eddie Watts, and Rico Federico, we all traveled together. So we started using the good attitude pay on girls. So that's why I still use it today. Nothing vulgar here. No reason to put your headsets down or turn off your podcast. But if we see a good looking girl at the gym, or we, met one out on the road, a rat somewhere, and, everything went good, and you feel like, hey, you're in a groove and you had a good night. Let's just say that, or successful date, as one of them chicks, she always got, you see at the gym next day and look at your buddy and say, hey, right there's some good attitude pay right there, man. Cause they hook you up, So I could be with my brother, both my sons probably know if I say, hey, good attitude pay, they knew where I'd been at or done something, So I just kind of kept it going with, hey, that chick there, man, she deserves some good attitude pay. And so, everyone gets some good attitude pay sometimes, but it all started with that story of Piper popping down and pushing out some push-ups and letting the promoter see him. He was there and he was going to do business and make some extra money, and he always got that, good attitude bonus and that good attitude pay, because you're going to do good, kid. I see you in there working out hard.
That's
so
awesome.
That's number 2, man. Yeah. So that's our good attitude pay, Jeremy. Let's go to number 1, brother.
I really stole a lot from wrestling for like the marketing and the promotion and all these things, and that's why before even my first amateur fight, I saw Roddy Piper. He came to our gym because we opened up a new gym, and he's my uncle Gene was his coach. Yeah, and I asked him, I was like, Mr. Piper, is it okay if I use your name, Rowdy? And he's like, oh yeah, I can, yeah, sure, whatever. And that ended up being this huge thing, and and I picked that name for a reason, not just because it sounded good, but I always admired him and the way he was able to, just entirely capture your attention, your imagination, and it was impossible to look away every single time that he was on the screen, and I really wanted to channel and emulate that in my own career.